So, it's been raining a lot here lately. Like, a lot. And for some reason, every time it rains like this, my brain immediately goes, mushrooms. I don't know why. They just feel mystical. Like, they belong in some fantasy world more than ours. Every fairy tale, every magical story, there's always mushrooms somewhere. So I thought, okay, I'm actually going to draw them this time. I was really planning on it too. I went on Pinterest, saved a bunch of inspo, looked at different shapes, colors. I even took some reference pictures of mushrooms, and then instead of using paper like I usually do, I decided to paint on this small circular piece of wood. I don't know what it is about it, but the moment I picked it up, it already felt different. Like, it wasn't just a drawing anymore. It felt like something you'd find in a forest, like a tiny object with a story. But when I sat down to start, I got really nervous. You know that feeling when the idea in your head looks perfect and you're scared that you might not be able to recreate it? Yeah, that kind of nervous. I kept thinking, what if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to? What if I mess it up? And it's funny because it's literally just mushrooms, but somehow it felt like pressure. I feel like that's something that comes with growing up. When we were kids, we didn't hesitate like that. We didn't overthink before starting, we just started. So after sitting there for a bit, I was like, okay, whatever, just draw. I started with really simple background, trying and blending colors in. Nothing perfect. And slowly that nervous feeling started fading. And somewhere in the middle of it, I realized I wasn't trying to make it perfect anymore. I was just enjoying it. There's something about painting on wood too. The texture isn't smooth like paper, the paint doesn't have the same flow. It kind of forces you to let go of control a little. And I think that actually helped. Because this drawing was never meant to be super realistic. If you notice, the colors are a bit exaggerated. The shapes are a little playful. It's more like how mushrooms feel rather than how they actually look. And while I was painting this, I kept thinking about how we used to see the world as kids. Everything felt more alive back then. You could look at something so small, even something as random as a mushroom, and turn it into a whole story. Now, it's not that things stopped being magical, it's just that we're too busy to notice it that way anymore. And I feel like this drawing kind of became that pause for me, just sitting there painting tiny mushrooms on a small piece of wood, not worrying about anything else. And also for some reason, spring and fall always remind me of mushrooms. I don't even know why. Spring feels fresh and a little chaotic, like everything is growing at once. And fall feels cozy, quiet, a little magical, a little dramatic. And mushrooms just fit into both. And the rain just makes it better. Oh, this might be random, but this whole thing reminded me of the Smurfs, those tiny blue characters living in mushroom houses. I used to love that show so much growing up. Still do. I remember thinking, how cool would it be to just live in a tiny mushroom house somewhere? No stress, no tests, just vibes. And honestly, a part of me still finds that comforting. I think that's why I like this drawing so much. It didn't feel like I was trying to prove anything. It just felt like I was creating something for myself. By the end of it, it didn't turn out exactly how I imagined. But I don't think that matters though. Because it still made me feel something. And for me, that's enough. So yeah. That's today's drawing. A bunch of slightly chaotic, slightly magical mushrooms on a tiny piece of wood that started with nervousness and somehow ended with calm. If you made it this far, maybe take a second today to notice something small. Like, really notice it. Let your imagination wander a little, even if it's just for a moment. Anyway, I'll stop overthinking now. Thanks for watching.